The Teraflex Hd Tie Rod and Flip Drag Link kit is for those of you that have a 2007 and up JK and are looking to get a much stronger steering system in place. These pieces hang down where they can get beat up by the rocks when you're hitting the trail, and even more than that when you're driving on the road with a big set of tires. If you get any flex out of these two components, that can feel like a wobble coming through your steering wheel. These components here are going to be much stronger than factory and not going to give you any chance of having one of those wobbles. Now, this is going to be an expensive setup. However, in my opinion, it is worth it for the quality that you're getting. One thing to remember is that while this kit is available with a flipped drag link kit like this or with a regular drag link, if you get the kit that I have in front of me with the flipped kit, you are going to have to purchase a track bar bracket to ensure that your front track bar and your drag link stay in parallel. Otherwise, you will end up with some bump steer. The drag link in this kit is 1.25 inch outer diameter forged steel, and the tie rod is 1.6 inch outer diameter 4140 chromoly. Now, because the ends on these components are so big, so beefy, so strong, you are going to have at least a 17-inch factory wheel in order to run this setup. Depending on your back spacing and your aftermarket wheel, you may be able to get away with a 16, but you are going to need some additional clearance to make all of these components fit. One of my favorite parts about this kit is the tie rod ends that are used. These are the premium ball joints by Teraflex. These are going to be completely rebuildable and also completely adjustable. So in the event that you were to wear out one of these tie rod ends, instead of having to take it off and replace it completely, first you can try tightening it down. If you can't get enough adjustment out of it by tightening it down, then you can always rebuild it by just purchasing the parts you need instead of having to buy a whole new unit, which can save you a lot of money. Install of these components is a 1 out of 3 wrench installation, probably around 2 hours by the time you get everything removed, measured, assembled, and put back together again. But again, very easy. You can do this with just a socket set. The first step is going to be removing your steering stabilizer, get that out of the way, and then loosening all of the castle nuts that hold your factory components in place. Once all of the castle nuts are loosened up, you can go ahead and remove your old components. And this is really the only part that you may struggle with. Now, you don't want to strike directly down on top of any of the tie rod ends with a hammer. Even if you have that castle nut in place, you can mushroom the end of that, making it very difficult to remove your tie rod from your steering knuckles. The best way to remove those tie rods from their taper fit joints is to strike perpendicular to the tie rod end shaft. That's going to allow those to pop right out of place. Now, with your drag link, the side that actually attaches to your pitman arm, I do recommend using a pitman arm puller instead of a hammer. That's going to ensure that you're not going to damage your steering box at all. Once those factory components are removed, you can go ahead and line them up on the ground next to your new components, take some measurements, and get these roughly set to the same length. You can tighten down the adjusters and then go ahead and install all of your new components, including reinstalling your steering stabilizer. Now, at this point, you can adjust the drag link to make sure that your steering wheel is centered and adjust your tie rod to ensure that your toe is set properly. And if you're not comfortable doing that, you can always take your Jeep to an alignment shop and have them square that away. This kit comes in at right around $750, which is one of the most expensive heavy-duty steering systems you can buy for your JK. But this kit really does include some very high-quality components. You're going to get something that's very strong, it's going to hold up really well. And if any of these tie rod ends do start to wear out, you have these rebuildable and adjustable ball joints. So in theory, this is the last steering system you would ever need to buy for your JK. And for me, this is a buy once, cry once scenario. Spend the money on this and never have to worry about it again. So if you're looking for one of the strongest HD steering setups you can get for your JK, I definitely recommend taking a look at this Teraflex Hd Tie Rod and Flip Drag Link kit for your 07 and up JK that you can find right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.